bring in Cantor Fitzgerald, Chairman and CEO, and Trump Transition Team Co-Chair Howard Lutnick, joining us live before he heads into the spin room. Howard, good to see you. So, again, you're a man who knows policy and knows the economy. Take a look for us from the point of Donald Trump and Kamala Harris and their policies, and what impact will those policies have on the American economy?
Well, what you've got is completely different policies. You've got Donald Trump focused on the American worker. You've got two-thirds of our workers, two-thirds of our people have high school educations. They need factories. They need manufacturing. They need mines. They need farms. They need support. And so Donald Trump is focused on that. That's why he's got a 15% tax. He's going to bring back that manufacturing, bring back those services to America. And Kamala Harris, what does she want to do? The opposite. Raise taxes. She thinks raising taxes on corporations is something, just magical. You get money. But what happens is it closes factories and send those factories overseas.
Howard, the Democrats are doing nothing but trying to fearmonger about President Trump's tax cuts somehow, but also his targeted use of tariffs. Listen to this, and I'm going to get your reaction.
But this is really about, Kamala Harris's vision for every American. And also, again, contrasting that with the Trump tax. 80% of the goods at Walmart, by the way, Kate, are imported from outside the United States. Donald Trump would put a 60% tax on all of those goods. So that means 4 out of 5 of the items in your cart are going to have a 60% Trump tax. That's going to cost American families a lot of money.
That was Eric Swalwell. Sorry to subject you to him, but your reaction to that kind of fear fomenting.
All right, listen, Donald Trump said China, if you're importing from China, there's going to be a 60% tax. Why? Because they're taking the factories from our American workers. So our American workers need jobs. Our American workers need manufacturing. So you're right. 60% tariff on Chinese goods. The rest of the world, probably 10%. But we need to support our workers. We need to support our manufacturing here in America. And it is not going to create inflation. I'll give you an example. What's the number one country with tariffs and trade barriers? China. And how much inflation do they have? They have deflation. They're falling apart. So it proves it. It's nonsense. You're exactly right. It's just fear-mongering. Give me a break. Give me a break. They're now supporting China? You got to be kidding me.
You got to be kidding me. Howard, just one last question for you. More Americans now are relying on the government for aid and subsistence. The Donald Trump economy we saw in the 4 years that we had before COVID, or the 3.5 years before COVID, you saw more people going back to work, less people needing aid from the government, less people needed assistance. They could take care of themselves. We can bring down our debt if we don't have so many people drawn off the gravy train. Isn't that what this point is about? Getting people back to work and taking care of themselves and their families?
This is the whole point. If you live in a town that had a paper mill in Maine or a paper mill in South Carolina, and those mills have moved overseas, where are you going to work? How are you going to get a job? And the answer is you can't. So it becomes despair, and you drop out of the workforce, and you're on the government because the government isn't protecting you. The way the government needs to protect you is not with a handout, with a good job, a factory, manufacturing. Open your mind, open the drilling, let these people go to work. The Green New Deal, making battery cars. Do you think our workers in America want battery-powered cars?
No.
Or they want the price of gasoline to come down so they can afford the gasoline? And what do? We think about this. China makes electric batteries by coal and strip mining. So we're okay with China coal and strip mining, and we want to buy their batteries. I just think this is just fooling us. America needs Donald Trump. We need his policy because we got to get Americans back to work. That's what they want. That's what the country's yearning for. That's why you're going to see union workers backing Donald Trump for the first time, because they understand the president who cares about their jobs is named Donald Trump.
Howard, thank you. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us.